So yesterday we have discussed about a roll-up summary field, what roll-up summary field is all about, and what are the roll-up types we have, and where we can create roll-up summary field, what is the use of roll-up summary field. And we did a demo of assignment 11. So number of count of the candidates applied for a particular position, we were able to find that using the roll-up summary field. So this we did it. And hope you guys have done assignment 12 and 13 yesterday. If not, do it at least today. If you have any doubts, come back to me with doubts and I'll be helping you. Okay. So let's go ahead for the next topic. It's still the relationships. Yeah. So the differences between lookup relationship and the master detail relationship. So there are a couple of differences which I would ask you to make a note if you wish, or else listen to the video a couple of times maybe. Okay. So coming to lookup, lookup field is not required while creating the child record, whereas in master detail, a lookup field is mandatorily required while creating the detail record. Detail in the sense child record again. Okay. So when you in lookup, when you delete the parent record, child record will not be deleted. It will still be there. Only the parent will be deleted. Whereas in master detail relationship, when you delete the parent record, the associated child record also gets deleted. This is one important point. And then master lookup relationship, we can have a maximum of 40 lookup relationships on an object. And master detail, we can have 2 master detail relationships on an object maximum. Okay. And reparenting option is available by default in the lookup relationship. Reparenting is not available by default in master detail, but we can make it available by checking the checkbox while creating the master detail relationship. We have to check a checkbox called enable. We have to check that checkbox, allow reparenting. So that checkbox will be available while creating master detail. So that we have to check it so that reparenting will be allowed. And sharing settings, security settings are not dependent on the parent object in lookup relationship, whereas sharing settings and security settings are dependent on parent object in case of master detail relationship. So in master detail, as the name says, child is always dependent on the parents. So whatever the sharing settings, whatever the security settings we apply on the parent, the same are only applicable for the child. Lookup relationship, roll-up summary fields can be applicable, and we can create a roll-up summary fields on in master detail relationship for the parent object. Yeah. Standard objects can be the detailed object for a custom object in lookup relationships. So in lookup relationship, as we were discussing, all the 4 ways are possible. So lookup can be, standard object can be detailed, standard object can be the parent. It can be child object, it can be parent object in lookup relationships. Whereas in master detail relationship, standard object cannot be a detail object. That means the child object in master detail relationship. So it should be a master object only, the parent object. Okay. Owner field is available on both the parent and child in lookup relationship. And owner field is not available on the detailed object, that is the child object in master detail. And we can create a lookup relationship on an object which is having records. So this is one other main point. So if an object has pre-existing records, we still can create lookup relationship, whereas we cannot create a master detail relationship on an object which is already having records. So if a child object is having pre-existing records, we cannot create master detail relationship, but there is an alternative. You will have to map each child object to the parent object. So you can do it alternatively. You can map each child object to the parent object, so that there is a relation available between the master and the detailed object. Yeah, that is how we can do. So these are the major differences between lookup relationship and master detail relationship. Okay. So let's go ahead with something called many-to-many relationships or many-to-many association. Okay, so let's go for a small demo. Okay, so let us come to a small scenario where you have two objects called a book object here and another object called other object. So I have a couple of books with me, let's say Java programming, let us see software engineering, yeah, C Sharp, .NET or ASP.NET, all these different kinds of books. There are a couple of books with me, and all of them have uh, the authors. The book was written by an author, right? So these are the two different objects, a book object and an author object. Okay. So we are going to talk about a scenario. So here, if you see in the book object, we have a books called Java Programming, Let us see Software Engineering, Java in Nutshell, and C Sharp.NET. So these are the books available. And for each of this book, we have a number called ISBN number. So ISBN number is a unique number which identifies a book uniquely anywhere in the world. Okay, so a unique ISBN number is given. That's why we have taken this field in our book object and the book title and price of that book. Okay, so these are some fields in the book object. So when it comes to author has author ID, author name, and location. So author is a person. Okay. So let's say John R. Pressman, Balaguru Swami, Aurelie, or Yashwant Kanetkar. So they belongs to different countries. So this is our two different objects. So now I want to map a relationship between the book object and the author object because I want to know uh, what is the price of a book published by an author named Balaguruswamy. So I just want to understand that. In that case, I need to have relationship between my book object and the author object. So tell me now, the question is, uh, does any book have a single author or multiple authors? Both are possible, right? It can have a single author, it can have multiple authors. And does a person, an author, can write only one single book? No, he can write multiple books also. So here, if you see, let's take an example of Java programming. So if you see, okay, let's go for, let us see. Let us see, Yashwant Kanetkar has written a book, and there is another book. See, our pressmen also have written one more book of, let us see, and Java programming. A couple Java programming we have pressman has written, and we have the same book written by some other author, let's say Orally. Okay, and Okay, so we have Java programming book and Java in a nutshell. Maybe John has written it as well as Yashwant has written it. Okay, so there are chances that one single author can write multiple books and one single book can have multiple authors. That means here I see a relationship between a book as well as an author object. So the scenario here is multiple, a book can be written by multiple authors. A single author can write multiple books. That means uh, we have the relationship between the book and author as many to many relationship, right? So a single book can be written by multiple authors. A single author can write multiple books. That mean that means there is multiple many to many relationship between these two objects. So in that case, is it possible? How do we do this kind of relationship? Is it a lookup relationship or is it a master detail relationship?
Lookup.
Lookup. How?
We have many to many relationship here.
Hmm.
So we can't give master detailed relationship at once. So first we have to create lookup.
Hmm. Okay. No, but if I in master detail, I will have a master record for each master. I have many detailed records, right? So why not master detail? Okay, so yeah, uh, we cannot actually map many to many relationship within Salesforce between two objects. Okay, so to achieve that functionality, we have a new feature called Junction object, which is available in Salesforce. So to achieve this many to many relationship, we have a new object called Junction object. So I'm creating another object here called book author object. So which is having book ID, author ID, and the number of pages. So I'm going to have, so here if you see, there is a many to many relationship, right? So both the book object and the author object both wants to act as a parent object. So in that case, it's not possible. So we cannot achieve many to many relationship between two objects. So that's the reason we have another concept called uh, junction object. So which is used to create a link between these two objects. Okay. So the our book object is going to be a parent object. Our author object is also going to be a parent object. And we are creating another new object called book author object, which is the child object. So here, to achieve many-to-many relationship, we are going ahead with a new object called junction object, which is used to create a many-to-many relationship between the two objects. So here, uh, so when I say book author, this is having master and the detailed relationship between these two, and these two are having master detailed relationship. So Salesforce provide a set of junction objects which has been created upon uh, during the development of Salesforce CRM. Okay, so we will be learning all those junction objects uh, shortly. So to achieve many to many relationship, we are going to use a concept called junction object. So again, there are a couple of standard junction objects already available within Salesforce CRM. And based on our requirement, we can also create custom junction objects as well. So as in this case, like book object, author object, I need a book author object and create this relationship between these two. Okay. So this is a basic idea about junction object and what is junction object. So to achieve the many-to-many relationship, we are going with uh, standard junction object concept. So we would be creating a junction object, and it is going to be, so we can achieve many-to-many relationship only with the help of junction object, and the relationship is only the master detail relationship. Yeah, I will show you the demo how these objects look like and what are the different relationship. So let's talk about standard relationships. We will be talking about standard junction object relationships as well. Okay. So let's take account and contact. Between account and contact, we have a lookup relationship by default. So these are the standard relationships which are already given by Salesforce as part of Salesforce CRM. So this you don't need to create it explicitly. It's already available in the system. So the relationship field is contact. In contact table, we can find account ID, which contains, the contact account record ID to which the contact gets associated. While removing account record, all the related contacts will be deleted automatically by default, which is an additional behavior provided by Salesforce between account and contact based on CRM users request. We can break this additional behavior. See, this behavior actually is um, a master detail relationship behavior, right? So if you delete parent, the child also gets deleted. But account and contact are having lookup relationship, and based on the requests from the CRM user requests. So you can also be a user, okay? Salesforce CRM user. So we have communities like Trailblazer community where people having years of experience on the Salesforce suggest Salesforce to change something. And when maximum number of people are requesting for that particular change, Salesforce thinks on that particular ground. And if it is possible, or if it is required, Salesforce may change that as well. So based on that kind of request, so what they did, when we delete an account object, a contact related contact also should get deleted. So that is the additional behavior given, which is actually master detail relationship behavior. But here on the lookup relationship, we have this behavior additionally. So let me share. Let's go to our Salesforce org. So let's go to our account object and just check how account and contact are related. So that we are going to check it. So let's go with Dickinson, which is one of the account. And let's see, yeah, it has some contact here. Okay. So accounts and contacts are related in a lookup relationship. Okay. So when we click on the related field on our accounts, we get this contacts and it has related opportunities as well, related cases. Okay. So now what we will do is we will go ahead and um, so let's also have our contact object here displayed. Okay. See, and this is the contact which we have in our account, right? Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm deleting this particular Dickinson PLC, that record on my account object. Okay. See, that particular contact is gone, right? So that means that additional behavior of account and contact is working, if you can see. Okay. So when we say, sorry for that, I'm getting a call. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry, I have some meeting requests. That's why I was. Okay, so between account and contact, we have this lookup relationship. But the additional behavior here is if we delete an account record, uh, we can have, you know, the contact record also gets deleted automatically. This is an additional behavior. So let's go ahead and what is the relationship between account and case between account and case objects. Between account and case objects, we have again the lookup relationship where account is the parent object and case is the child object. Relationship field is again the case. In case object, we will have a field called account ID. So that's our relationship field, which contains account record ID and to which the case is associated. Okay, so when the user tries to remove the account record which is associated with cases, the Salesforce won't allow them to remove the account record. We have to remove the case records and then remove or repair it. Okay, this is one other feature which we may need to understand. Let me show the org again. Okay, so go to our accounts. I want to see all the accounts. So let's say Genie Point. So Genie Point is an account where do I have cases? Yeah, I have cases here. Okay. So between account and case object, what we have is uh, it's a lookup relationship. Okay. This is the case object. Let's see. So in my account, Genie Point account, I have two cases. Of course, these are, I'm not sure. So I'm just checking whether they are a closed case. Yeah, it's a closed case. Okay. So an account can have multiple cases raised. That means any kind of issues which a user faces, he can raise a case for that, and then uh, the Salesforce person can work on it and close that particular case by solving that issue. So here, when we have this, so we have this Genie Point account, right? So what I'm doing, it has some cases. Okay. So I'm going ahead and deleting this particular account. So it's asking, are you sure you want to delete? Yes. So what is this? Your attempt to delete Genie Point could not be completed because it is associated with the following cases. Your attempt to delete could not be completed because some opportunities in that account were closed one. Okay. So just because the child objects are still there and I cannot delete the parent object. So between account and case, between account and opportunity, it's the same lookup relationship where the account is the parent and case and opportunity are the child objects. But so when we delete, this is again additional behavior. Even though it's a lookup relationship, it's an additional behavior. Okay. So if we need to delete this particular account Genie Point, first of all, I need to delete the related cases. Or we can do one more thing is we can do reparenting. Reparenting in the sense I have to assign these cases to some other account object. See, we have an option to edit, right? And here in cases also we have an option change owner, right? So we can do the reparenting. We can then we can delete that particular account object. So that is one other scenario of the basic scenario where we have account and case, account and opportunity, the lookup relationship field. Okay. Okay, let me show that. So in cases, I want to add opportunities as well. So let's go and see this Burlington textile weaving plan generator. So I'm going to edit this particular record. Let's see what is the field we have in which is referencing our account. See, account name, right? For this particular opportunity, we have the account. So this is our reference field. For labeling purpose, it's account name, but when it comes to API, it's the account ID which is getting stored in this particular field. So which is where our lookup relationship comes into picture. So we have a referencing field on every uh, object, child object or parent child object within lookup relationship, where it points that reference field to the parent object. That parent object is having that particular field. So these are the basic standard relationships which we have. These are again few of them. We have multiple relationships between different standard objects. And as I was explaining only this because these few of these has exceptions to the standard behavior of a lookup relationship or to the standard behavior of master detail relationship. So coming to our standard junction objects, which are already available. So there is an object called campaign, standard object, and there is an object called lead. Okay. So these two are standard object. So here it is like a campaign can get multiple leads and a lead can attend multiple campaigns. So when I say lead and campaign, you may not be understanding. So this is our marketing terminology, but in Salesforce, these are the objects. Campaign in the sense, suppose let's say some Maruti Suzuki is conducting some campaigns. So just to, because they have some offers and they want to conduct some campaign, they put in an area, they put some tent and then they do the marketing, the operations for a day or two in one area, in other area. So that's called campaign. A lead is nothing but any person who showed little interest on our product and he visited the place, inquired about the details. So those people are called leads. Okay, so campaign is an object, a lead is an object. So when I conduct the campaign, I can get multiple leads. And a lead is a person, he can attend multiple campaigns also. So there is a many to many relationship between these two objects. Okay. So here what I do, there is a standard junction object called campaign member. This is a standard junction object. It's not that we created it. It's already available in the Salesforce here. So similarly, lead and contact, we have campaign member as the junction object. Contact and opportunity contact role as the junction object. And opportunity and product is also uh, an object, a standard object in Salesforce. So between these two, product line item. And see, this kind of objects we come across when we are dealing with some kind of retail businesses. Okay, so suppose let's say some supermarkets in India, okay, More or Ratnadeep or something. So they make use of this particular product standard object if at all their business has to be, automated using Salesforce CRM. So this kind of object can be useful. So opportunity and product are standard objects, which is having many to many relationships. So opportunity line item is the another standard object, standard junction object. User and permission set are two different objects. Don't get confused with permission set. We have another topic also, permission sets. That's different, and this is an object permission set. So user is also an object, and these two are having multiple many to many relationship. So a standard junction object which is available is permission set assignment. So this is about standard junction objects or the standard of junction objects which are already available in the Salesforce CRM. Okay, so okay, so this is what about today's class. We will I can start another topic, but yes, it's a little bigger one. Email templates. So next topic is email templates. It will take 2 to 3 classes. So we will start it in the next class. So today we have learned what the differences between lookup and master detail. And we have done a many to many relationship demo using the book and other objects using this. So when we have many to many relationship, there is a requirement for us to have a junction object, which is used to create a many to many relationship. We can create our own custom junction objects, and we also talked about sales, the available standard junction objects as well. So we talked about the relationship between standard objects, standard relationships, account and contact, it's a lookup, account and case, it's a lookup, account and opportunity, it's a lookup. And then we talked about standard junction objects. And yeah, so whenever we go in our Salesforce org, so whenever we click on account, click on some account, some XYZ account, let's say Pyramid Constructions Inc. Incorporation. So if you see here, when I click on this particular account, so there is, so in the detail field, we get the details of that particular account. In the related fields, if we click, we will have contacts, opportunities, and cases, notes, and attachments. So these are all the related objects which has a lookup relationship to our account. So the account Pyramid Construction Incorporation is having a contact record. So the contact is he's having some name, title, and contact object obviously will have email, phone number, right? So all the details are available. So we have a lookup relationship between account and contact. So whenever an account is deleted, the related contact record gets deleted automatically. And whenever we want to delete a account record, If there are some opportunities, if there are some cases, the account record, we cannot delete it because uh, the additional feature, and unless these cases are already cases are deleted first, opportunities are deleted first, then only we can delete the account record. If not, we have another option called reparenting, where we can reparent the cases and then we can delete the account record. So this is the, even though we have lookup relationship between our standard objects, the additional behaviors is what we have explained so far. Okay, so this is all about today's class. So we will talk about email templates in the tomorrow's class. And yes, so if at all somebody has not completed the previous assignments, please do. We will have more assignments coming. Okay. Yeah, that is all for today's class. Thank you so much.